All right, we are at part 4 of the interview series. This is the final piece, and I have saved this one for last because it seems to be the one that most people completely miss, and missing it could cost them. We've covered likability, fit, and your power story. And if you've been doing the work from each video, you already are ahead of 90% of the people interviewing for the same roles you are. If you've just found me, my name is Lori Lawrence, and I am the founder of Next Chapter Career Coaching. I work with professionals over the age of 45 who are trying to maneuver this crazy job market in their own job search. As a career coach, one of the asks I do is to have very strong mock interviews in which my clients record themselves and the interviewer. It allows my clients to hear themselves, how they start, how they answer questions, and what they sound like. You know, listening to your own words and feeling your own energy and thoughts really helps create confidence and understand going into your interview, you've got this. Understanding how to talk in terms of metrics and outcomes and really working on the fit, risk part, and power story, hugely important. So this type of practice is very effective and changes things very, very fast for my job seekers. Now, let's talk about questions to ask. And I want to start with a reframe that may change the way you think about interviews entirely. Your questions are not for gathering information for you. Nope. Most candidates think the purpose of their questions at the end of the interview is to find out information about the role, the culture, the team. And yes, information is a side benefit, but that's not the primary purpose of your questions. Here's what you must understand. Your questions are for positioning. They're for the hiring manager to see how you think. From the moment you open your mouth with a question, they're not just hearing the words. They're forming a final picture of what you'd be like to work with. Are you strategic? Are you curious? Do you think about business outcomes? Are you detail-oriented? Are you focused on the right things? Your questions answer all of those questions for them without you ever saying, I'm strategic, I'm results-oriented. That's the power of a great question. It shows, not tells. So here are questions that can potentially kill your candidacy. These questions, I hope, will be deleted from your vocabulary permanently during interviewing. I'm not going to be harsh about it, but I'm going to be very direct and honest. I don't care how well you killed it on the front end of this interview ahead of all these questions, but if you go down these lazy, soft questions paths, you're going to potentially kill the vibe and leave the interview kind of feeling hazy and with an impression of confusion. And if you're a confused candidate, you're going to be eliminated. Number 1, what is the culture like? This question signals laziness. Asking about it in a very generic way suggests you haven't done your research and you're not thinking critically about how you'd actually contribute. So leave that one alone. Number 2, what's a day in the life like here? This is superficial. It's the question of someone who's trying to figure out whether or not they'd like the job rather than whether they can do the job and bring impact. Big difference in attitude, and it doesn't bring a strong signal. And number 3, and I mean this, please remove this from your question vocabulary. What's the work-life balance like here? I don't care if it's a Fortune 500 company, a startup, or a small business. In a 30-minute interview with a hiring manager, asking this question tells them you're already thinking about limits and you could potentially become difficult to work with before you even start. It creates doubt, so erase it. Now, the 3 questions that position you and will actually make you look really great, and these are all can be adapted for any role and in any industry. Now, the first question But it's really not a question. It's a shift in confidence and control of the conversation. When you're asked, hey, do you have any questions? Say, yes, I do. I have a couple. But first, instead of me asking, what does success look like in this role in the first 90 days? If you'll just give me a minute, I'd like to very quickly share with you what I believe my first 90 days of impact on success will look like for you and your business. Talk about a wow factor. Talk about a differentiator that no other candidates are doing. And talk about already bringing value into a role. And then briefly share your 90-day impact plan. Talk about differentiating yourself, because as a tenured professional who has been doing what you've been doing for 2 to 3 decades, you already know what success looks like. And instead of asking, telling shows the hiring manager you're able to come in and impact their needs on day one. This is powerful because it immediately signals that you're outcome oriented and you're not asking what you'd be doing. You're telling what you are going to achieve. That's how high performers think. Second question, what are the key challenges standing in the way of your outcomes? Now you're showing that you understand success isn't just about showing up. There are obstacles. There's some complexity. There are things that have to be solved. And this tells the hiring manager you're a problem solver and you're a critical thinker. And the third question, what's the business value attached to solving these challenges? Are we talking revenue growth, cost savings, efficiencies, something else? This is the question that separates the top candidates from everyone else. You're connecting the work to the business. You're showing you understand why this role matters at a strategic level. Very, very few candidates ask this. The ones who do are remembered. You don't need many questions. You need the right ones. Here's something that might feel counterintuitive. You don't need to ask 5 or 6 questions to make a strong impression. 2 powerful, well-placed questions along with your impact ideas will do more for your candidacy than a dozen mediocre ones. Or worse, you've answered all my questions, thanks. And remember, in a 30-minute interview, time is limited. The hiring manager may do a lot of talking and there may not be a space for a long Q&A time. Usually there's not. That's fine. When you do ask a question, make it count. Make it count. Let me bring this whole interview series together for you. 4 things determine whether you win a 30-minute interview with a hiring manager. And yes, you will most likely continue to interview with others he or she deem necessary to make a good decision on who they are going to hire. But I promise you, when they get out of the interview with you, they're going to easily be able to turn around and tell their leadership, your value, your fit, what a great energizing person you were. They will be able to basically retell your power story and then show off your immediate impact. So remember, first, likability, how you show up in the first few moments and how easily you are to engage with. Fit and reduction of risk, whether they see you in their world without having to translate you. Third, your power story. One story that shows them you can walk in and do the job on day one. And then finally, the types of questions you ask. 2 or 3 powerful questions that reveal how you think and what you care about and what your impact can be. If you've missed any of these videos in the series, please go back and watch them. You know, that's basically it. 4 things. Master those 4 things in 30 minutes, and it will be more than enough time for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to say everything. Don't babble and ramble, perform. Try to connect and demonstrate your position. The hiring manager, they just want to easily know that you're a good fit. So if this 4-part series has resonated with you and you want more clarity around interviewing, I have a phenomenal recorded workshop. It's a recorded training. It's called Interview Prep and Readiness Workshop that goes very deep on every one of these 4 areas and several others, with detailed prep work, the exact frameworks, and the strategic thinking you need to show up at your very best. It comes with a 28-page bonus playbook that you can use specifically for your next interview. And alongside that, I'm offering one-on-one time with me so we can then together build your personal interview strategy. I help professionals land quickly in their next role, usually in less than 90 days. If that's the outcome you want, click the link below, go check it out, and then let's get to work. I am genuinely rooting for you. Go get that offer, and I'll see you on the other side.